I'm here with Maddie, and we're here at Hy-Vee. Good to see you again.
Good to see you, Tom.
We talked a little bit earlier about Father's Day. This time we're going to talk about something different, and that is, I guess, fats. People's ideas of what this is all about, because they're good, bad, and different. I don't know what they are. I get confused if you want to know the truth.
Honestly, talking about fats is one of my favorite topics because I hear so much. Okay, well, you could probably remember way back when there was a huge era of everyone focusing on low fat, fat free, you know, like calorie reduction, those types of things.
One thing I remembered was during that era, is the thing of, you know, Coca-Cola has no fat, and you forget all the other things that things do.
Yes, yes.
No fats, though.
So that kind of used to be one of those things where a lot of people would follow low fat, fat free. They would get ice cream, yogurt, cottage cheese, milk, all of those things in that kind of way. But now the research is kind of suggesting otherwise. So now the research is kind of telling us that we need fats in our diet. We need them for absorption. We need them for cushion, temperature regulation, hormone production, all these things. And so now part of my job is to help people kind of debunk that myth and talk about how fat is essential. Did you say
cushion?
Cushion your organs.
Oh, because I thought you meant, when you sit down.
Cushion your organs.
More cushion.
Yeah,
okay,
cushion your organs.
I just wanted to make sure, because if I heard it, someone else heard it too.
Yes.
Cushioning the organs.
Cushion for your organs, yes.
There is a purpose to fat. It's excess that can hurt you.
Exactly, and the type of fat. So really what that comes down to when I'm talking to people, you know, we're talking about protein, fiber, healthy fats. That's where we're focused on. So there's a couple different types of fats. So we have our saturated fat, which you've probably heard a lot about.
Sure.
This is typically found in a lot of like animal red meat products. Then we have our trans fat, which is typically a type of fat found in a lot of like shelf stable items, because usually it's used to kind of keep the shelf stable items longer.
Sterilization, right?
Yes, exactly. And then we have our heart healthy fats, or our unsaturated fats, which these are the types of fats we need to focus on getting in our diet.
And that's one I've heard of for quite a while now in commercials and things. They say unsaturated fat.
Correct. Yes. Yes. So
and is that what we're running through here?
Yes, absolutely. So a couple different kind of items to go through of how you can add in those healthy sources of fat. So number one are the different types of oils. So these are really easy to cook with, add into some kind of like salad or dressing if you want to make something that way. My preferred source is usually going to be an olive oil or an extra virgin avocado oil, or the extra virgin olive oil.
And this is a big part of Mediterranean diets.
Absolutely, yes. So typically, especially in kind of around that area, they have like what's called the blue zones. Typically with the blue zones, those people actually live longer because they have more things like fiber, heart healthy fats, the healthier sources of protein.
Are they getting those from like fish?
They are, yes. So really focusing on, again, more of those more important heart healthy fats. So oils are a really good way to kind of incorporate some of those too. More of our plant-based sources are gonna be things like nuts and seeds, peanut butter. These are all really easy to add into like an oatmeal. You can blend them into a smoothie.
Sure.
You could have like a peanut butter and apple, something like that. You can kind of pair those things together.
We had a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich a little while back with the other Maddie made.
Yeah. So in your head, you're like, hey, I got some healthy sources of fat there.
And then we put potato chips on it.
Potato chips on a sandwich? I've actually heard that.
Yes.
On a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
It worked out. Yes.
I'm going to let it slide this time.
I'll tell you later.
And
Maddie did it.
We'll blame it on the other Maddie.
For us.
And then other sources of fat as well. Things like feta cheese, salmon. Those are going to be more of like those animal-based sources that don't have as much of that saturated fat, more of those unsaturated fat particles.
Okay. Now, you know, when they talk about the fat that we accumulate, is it all one thing? It's just made up of different, you know, the unsaturateds and this and that? Because, you know, sometimes when people diet, they're getting rid of fat, but are they also getting rid of, if not done properly, getting rid of the good types of fat?
They can, yes. And especially, again, that's part of my job, is to be able to debunk that. I want people to understand that, especially if you're following something like low fat or whatever, you have to remember too, kind of like you said, sometimes they add stuff back in. Like with the Coke example, you were like, oh, well, it doesn't have fat, but it has all this extra added sugar. That's sometimes where people can run into that too. So not always the best thing either with that.
I know when I went to Greece, I saw plenty of people in outdoor cafes. They would have a little aperitif glass that was filled with olive oil, and they would just sip that before
People do, and yes,
because
fats,
it aids in digestion
yes,
too.
really helpful for the blood sugar balance too. So overall, fats are very important. We just want to focus on the right types.
All right. And that's how you find out. You ask a registered dietitian like Maddie, and she'll give you the answer. It's all here at Hy-Vee.